Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We'll do another wooden railway review tonight. As you can see in the background, we have the Sodor Railway Repair. Before we kick into it though, just going to show off a few more acquisitions. Big shout out to this guy we've been talking to now. He's a Tommy collector. Got him. He's on a few of the forums and stuff. His name's Alex. He definitely hooked me up. He linked me to this. This is in Melbourne, so I managed to finally found the little SOB. Got it for $20 and I had to pay for the postage. I finally found a Connor. I mean, like I said, I should have jumped at the opportunity to buy them when Toys R Us was being liquidated, because there was about 40 of, not 40, but there was literally about 20 of them on the shelves. And I, for whatever reason, because it cost $17, yeah, it is what it is. So look, got it boxed. That's awesome. Got Connor and Caitlin now. As you see in the US, they fetch stupid prices for some unbeknownst reason. I have no idea why. I'm not sure if they weren't brought out to the US as much as Australia, but these were everywhere in Australia. Don't argue with me, okay? It's not rare. But anyway, yeah, look, that's 2013 boxed. Can't complain. Finally got it. Found this locally, about 20 minutes away from me. That's the 60th anniversary Henry set. Really love that. That's so cool. It's got the character card in the background there. Yeah, always wanted that as well. I got that for just about $50 as well. That'll fetch. That starting auction prices in the US will be about $40–45. Yeah, you'd be hard pressed to find that for a better price. I mean, you could, I'm sure maybe one day I could have found some old lady selling it for $20–30, but most people have, especially these anniversary sets and these things that look sort of limited, people are going to sell them for a bit more. You've got to be incredibly lucky to find these for cheap. So all in all, happy with that. That's from 2005, this thing. That's such a cool set though. Like I've wanted that for a long time. Goes with my Percy 3-pack. I'm invariably trying to get James and the others. Alright, so tonight's guy is the Sodor Railway Repair. So this guy's introduced in 1998 and he had a production run to 2002. So what is it? It's a cool item. One of the last ones I believe Roy Wilson helped design. I think he says it's one of his favourites too. It does employ more plastic. Again, it might be part of the reason why he sort of didn't see eye to eye with Learning Curve. That's the story. This one's overall good condition. This one I've got up on eBay. Apparently the prototype model was first designed. I believe Roy's got a few of these in his collection. They come with yellow and it comes with, yeah, I'll just show it. It's under the back here. Wait, where did I see it? I see it in the front. It says Sodor chain load under cut. Okay, whatever the hell that means. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So obviously it comes in 3 parts. There is a part in the back here. There's like a it's a little plastic thing sits on there, and it sort of acts as a fourth little ballast, sort of what the word you would call them. They invariably fall off this a lot. If you find one of these with that on it, more power to you. It's quote unquote a rare item. They go missing all the time. If you find one, I actually just tried Marketplace last night and actually saw one. Quite funnily enough, in like a hole on the first page, got like all the trees and things, and it's just got that little thing sitting there. Tempted to just ask for it. Yeah, that's part of it. I think connects. These things will swivel in each sort of direction. That's pretty good condition. What else to say? Yeah, it goes with that, and you've got the last bit. So it's a 3-part. We'll talk about that in a sec. So you've got the 3 parts that make that up. So for the starting prices for these, yeah, look, so loose as a set. I mean, the problem is you can get like 2 parts of it will be in a set. You can find that, and that. You'll find just those 2. You can just find those 2. But as I said, they're generally between $40 and $60. But loose, you can probably find them each for $10 to $15 each. If you're not so set on the mismatches of the dates, you actually, like, if you're in the US or whatever, you're best off just getting them like separately. Or, like, if you can find those 2 loose, and then you can find that for like $10 or $11. That's your better way to go. That's again, like, they might all be mismatched years. Yeah, so like 40 to 60 sort of on average. Yeah, 10 to 15 loose, I'd call it. Boxed, you're probably looking at, yeah, look, a little while back, there was one going for about $38. One of the guys here on the forums, he really was keen to get it. But for whatever reason, I think it just fell through. Or maybe actually I think it sold pretty quick actually. But there's only two available at the moment. You've got one for 65. That's a 2001 version. And then you get that's the 98 version, my one. The 98 version is for $105. So they are a bit pricey, but they're not impossible to find. I did manage to find actually a 2001 version in Australia and went unchallenged at auction for $40, free postage. I was cheering. I remember that. The auction finished at 11 o'clock on a Friday night. Was at work and still followed it, and yeah, no bids. Unbelievable. I managed to resell that for like, fuck, what I sell for? I think I sold for $100. Yeah. Scoring. That in the US, I think I paid about 60. It was somewhere between 60 and 70 US for that. But it is the first year version, and it did come with the character card. So yeah, that is another thing. This character card is probably one of the rare ones that you see. But with the Flying Scotsman, NW brake vans, and this guys, I don't see others that you see all that. I don't see too many of the other ones very. I don't see them often. But you don't see them nearly as often as all the other sort of character cards that you can find. So just with selling these, obviously it's the same deal. You probably got a 10 to 15. That's the selling history on eBay. They're $10 to $15 loose. As a set, some as low sold as low as 35, others as high as like 70, 75. But that's from sellers that sort of do it all the time. They've probably got really mint condition ones. I don't know what else is there to talk about. This guy here, like the box is really cool. It's a brown label box. I think that's the one I always wanted. Yeah, it says 98. That's my first year one. What's in the back? Yeah, it's a really cool design. I think Josh Louvier said in his video the other day, it's just one of those iconic sort of pieces, and it really is. It's a really cool item. In Australia, you will struggle to find this. It's rare. It's pretty rare by our standards. You'll invariably see one of them sticking out in a lot. You could see like a giant tub that they've put up, like $100. Here you go for the tub, and you will see like that part of it. But there's no way of just knowing if the other two pieces are there. You'd have to take a gamble and then like blah blah blah, separate all that sort of shit. That's that little piece there I was talking about in the back. Yeah. So this is like the fourth ballast loader. There you go. So the 98 boxed. Not much else really to talk about. Yeah, it was discontinued in 2002. But this is the 2002 version. I believe it actually with the white writing. I've sold one before. Actually, the 2002 I had a really mint condition. I got it with a tiger moth and a few other things. It's got in the yellow writing. It's really hard to see actually. It'll have Sodor Railway Repair. It'll have text on typography underneath it. I believe that's just the 2002 version. I'm not sure. That is probably the rarer version to find because it's the last year. I don't think this is don't think it's a great seller. I think it did all right. It must have done all right if it's gone for 4 years or so, or 5 altogether. That's a pretty good. It's a pretty good train, whatever it's called, whatever to characterize this guy as a vehicle, whatever it is. I don't know much else. I do believe there's, you probably can invariably find a few with 97 magnets. That's probably a case of learning curve being learning curve, where they just used sort of leftover parts, keep all their costs down. I've been told that, someone that said that they've seen one with the 97 magnet, even though it's dated 98, but that's just a little sort of collecting sort of OCD thing. Alright, not much more else to really talk about. Finding it a lot is probably it's the best way to get it, but like I said, it does have that challenge. You've got to try and make sure it's actually all there. And then if they're going to separate, you will struggle to find that in Australia compared to the US. US, it's everywhere. It doesn't appear all the time, but it's often enough. I'd characterize it as a 6 out of 10 in rarity. Probably 6 out of 10. I reckon that's probably a fair assessment. Alright, that's another wooden railway review done. That's the Sodor Railway Repair. I'm not sure which one I'll get to next, but it'll be an interesting one. Alright guys, like, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribers are climbing up ever so more each day. I look forward to seeing you guys again, and we'll catch up then. Cheers.